Okay, so yesterday we talked about substitution. So today we're going to talk about another method, which is elimination. Elimination, I think, is easier than substitution, but it's another method that you'll have to use. Okay, so if you'll remember, every answer should be a coordinate point. So system of equations, that's when you have more than one line. So we're going to talk about when you do two lines. And you're trying to find where they intersect. So your answer is going to be a coordinate point. Okay, or it could be IMS. IMS is infinitely many solutions. That's if you get like 0 equals 0 or 4 equals 4, something that's true. Or you could also get no solution. And no solution is like if you would get like 0 equals 7. Well, 0 doesn't equal 7. So that's why it would be a no solution. Okay? Alright, so for our first example, okay, so what you're trying to do on elimination is you're literally trying to eliminate a variable, okay, which is why it's called elimination. In order to eliminate a variable, you need to have the same number, but one be positive and one be negative. So like if I look at number 1, if I look at my y's, I have a negative 3y and I have a positive 3y. So if I were to add these two functions together, what happens is my y's cancel. 4x plus 4x, that would give me 8x. Then I would add 29 plus 35. So that would give me 64. And then I would solve for x. So to solve for x, I would divide by 8. So I get x equals 8. Okay, just like with yesterday we talked about substitution. You're not done until you get a point. So what I have to do, take my answer, just like yesterday, you can plug it into either equation. So let's just say I'm going to use the first one. So I would have 4 times 8 minus 3y equals 29. So 4 times 8, so that would be 32 minus 3y equals 29. Then I would subtract 32. Negative 3y equals negative 3. Divide by negative 3. Y equals 1. Okay, so I need to make my answer a coordinate point. So my answer to number 1 would be 8, 1. Okay, I have parentheses because it's a point. And remember, x comes first, so x then y. So I think this is easier substitution, but remember when you're looking to eliminate, same number, but one is positive, one's negative. Alright, so let's do another example. Okay, so if I look at that, 3a plus 5b equals negative 27, 4a plus 10b equals negative 46. Nothing will cancel right away. So if nothing cancels, you have to think, what can I multiply by to get them to be the same number? Well, if I look at my b's, I have a 10 down here. I can make that 5 into a negative 10 if I multiply this whole equation by negative 2. So I multiply the left-hand side and the right-hand side, and you have to multiply by the same number, whatever number you choose. So that equation would become negative 6a minus 10b equals 54. My other equation would stay the same. And then I could solve using elimination. Because now, my b's, one's positive, one's negative. So when I add down, those cancel. Negative 6a plus 4a is negative 2a. 54 plus negative 46 would be positive 8. Divide by negative 2. A equals negative 4. Okay, just like on problem number 1, just like what we did yesterday. Find the other answer, you take this and you plug it in. So let's just say let's just go with the first one. So I'd have 3 times negative 4 plus 5b equals negative 27. So I would have negative 12 plus 5b equals negative 27. Add 12. So I have 5b equals negative 15. Divide by 5. B equals negative 3. Okay, so remember, if it's not x and y, it goes in alphabetical order. So my point would be negative 4, negative 3, because A comes before B. Okay, so we did one that was automatically all ready to go. The second one, we had to multiply one of them by something. Okay, you also may have to multiply them both by something. So we're going to do an example of that. So let's do this one. Okay, so if I look at number 3, I can't multiply something to get like 8 or 5 or to get 3 and 2. So I'm going to have to multiply both equations by something. First thing you want to do is you want to figure out what variable do you want to eliminate. Well, I'm going to eliminate the b's. Okay? So if I think of 3 and 2, the smallest thing they have in common that multiple would be 6. So I want one of them to be positive 6 and one to be negative 6. Well, since the top is already negative, I'm just going to keep it negative. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 2. So I would have 16a minus 6b equals negative 22. Okay, so then I need the bottom equation to also have a 6b. So to do that, I'm going to have to multiply the bottom equation by 3. It doesn't matter what you multiply by, just make sure the whole equation gets multiplied by the same number. You can't multiply the left and the right by different numbers. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 3. So that's 15a plus 6b plus negative 9. And now it looks just like the other two. So if I look at this, my b's eliminate. 16a plus 15a is 31a. Negative 22 and negative 9 is negative 31. Divide by 31. A equals negative 1. Then to find b, plug this in either to the first one or the second one. So this time I'm going to do the second one. So I would have 5 times negative 1 plus 2b equals negative 3. So I have negative 5 plus 2b, negative 3. Add 5. So 2b equals 2. Divide by 2. B equals 1. And my answer needs to go in alphabetical order, so my answer would be negative 1, 1. It needs to have parentheses because your answers are points. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Okay, and like I told you yesterday, I don't really care what method you use unless there's specific directions. So like today, you're specifically using elimination. Yesterday, you're specifically using substitution. If I just say solve, I don't really care what method you use. Okay, but we're specifically today working on elimination. Okay, so if I look at this one, there's nothing I can multiply immediately, so I'm going to have to multiply both equations by something. So I think for this one, I want to cancel out the a's, just because I have smaller numbers if I do that. So least common multiple between 5 and 2 would be 10. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by 2. So that would be 10a plus 30b equals negative 48. And now in the bottom equation would be negative 10, so I'm going to have to multiply this one by 5. So I have negative 10a minus 30b equals 140. So what happens is when I cancel, both of these cancel and I get 0. Okay, so if I take negative 48 plus 140, that would be, I have no idea, 992? Okay. If these are true, if 0 equaled 92, then my answer would be IMS. But 0 doesn't equal 92, so my answer to this is no solution. Okay. All right, so your homework tonight will be page 142, 50 through 58 all. And I want you to make sure you show your work. And I'll collect it from you on Wednesday.